Good morning and happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, moms to be. Today I wanted to get on and just chat about being a mom in this field and the challenges that I have experienced over the last years. And really just kind of what that meant for me and how I adapted, and maybe some advice for moms or new moms out in the behavior analysis world. So to give you some backstory, I actually ended up getting pregnant right when I was entering my transition from teaching into behavior analysis. And I went through half of my fieldwork experience pregnant, and then I actually finished my last school class for behavior analysis when I went into labor. And I actually missed my last final because I went into labor, and I pretty much decided that I wasn't going to be able to do my final, and which was a little bit unfortunate, which kind of was my first sacrifice as being a new mom, and kind of set the stage for what I would experience over the next 11 years. She's 11 now. Over the next 11 years, and all the sacrifices that you end up having to make as a parent, and not only a parent, as a BCBA, and in going through school and getting hours and all of those things, but then also making the transition into higher responsibility roles as a parent and as a mom. And then, if you decide that you want to have your own practice, then that comes with a whole nother level of sacrifices that I would say, really you need to be prepared for. So I ended up finishing school, and then when I started the next phase of my hours, I was at the time, I was living in California, and halfway through that time, my significant other at the time ended up moving away, and because he was in the military, and I was graciously given a 1-bedroom in another BCBA's apartment for my newborn and I to move in. And so we stayed there for another almost a year while I finished my hours, my practicum hours, or my fieldwork hours. And so at that time, it really was just me and my newborn baby, and my school and fieldwork. And it was really challenging. When I think back on it, I think, wow, like that was so crazy, because I didn't have anyone, and I was going through my my field work, and I had to be at all these different places, and filling in all these gaps in my training, because I had to leave my previous experience, and then I was also breastfeeding at that time and pumping at that time. And if you're a mom, you know about breastfeeding and pumping and how it takes over your life. And I remember going from house to house, seeing clients, and in between, in my drive time, I was literally pumping in the car while I was driving, because that was the only time that I had. And I was fairly adamant about maintaining my daughter's feeding schedule and feeding routine, and exclusively breastfeeding. And that was a choice that I made, and also a sacrifice, and the extra work that went into maintaining that goal. And so, I'd be driving along and I would just think, like, I hope that nobody looks over in my car because I have this huge contraption like stuck to my body, and going from client to client, and I would just park like just around the block, take everything off, whatever, and then I would be ready for sessions going into home. So it was quite a process, but then ended up getting through all of that. And then I thought, like, this is going to be a challenge, especially as a single mom, which I ended up very shortly after that becoming a single mom. And then it was me and the baby, and I would say that was probably one of the most difficult times that I experienced, because it's really just there's nobody else. And when you don't have a support system and you don't have family, there is really nobody else to rely on. If your child gets sick, you have to step up, and don't think about getting sick because you can't get sick because you have a baby to take care of. And you start really experiencing what selflessness looks like when you have a child. And so my career started that way. And then when I made the decision that I wanted to have more responsibility, and I wanted to start building practice as a director and all of those things, the way that it worked out was, I was responsible for all the clinicals, and I was responsible for all of the business side of things as well as I was learning. And it started with just me, and me running sessions, me doing admin, me doing billing, me doing all of those things. And you start to go through this process of, what am I willing to sacrifice, because you will sacrifice as a parent, and if you decide to go in that direction, you will be challenged with the thoughts of, am I doing enough for my child? Am I not spending enough time? Am I spending too much time, in business? Am I spending too much time outside of the home because I, have to be at sessions after school, and I, can't pick up my child from school? Is it worth it to me? Do I have to miss, events that my child is in because there's really nobody else but me to fill in these responsibilities? And that is something that I think I have never heard anyone talk about, and it's very real, and it's really a struggle. And there are times in my own career that I have thought, am I a good mom, or am I a bad mom because I am spending time away from my child right now so that I can fulfill my career, and fulfill my responsibilities as a BCBA or as a director. And that is a seriously challenging question. And it has taken me a long time to, I guess I'm gonna say, come to terms with what I feel like is the right thing. And, being a role model for my daughter, and you know, showing her what she can do if she wants to, and, you know, being a go-getter and doing your best, and all the things that come with that. But it does not come easily, and it comes at a sacrifice. And, you know, I'm gonna say I wasn't necessarily prepared for that particular, I would say, like an emotional roller coaster, you know, of days that I would be crying because I couldn't go to my daughter's event that day because somebody called out and there was nobody but me to fill in. And, you know, I just want to talk about it because it's important, and the majority of our field are female, and the majority of our field have experienced this or will experience this, and it's extremely important to have support and know that you are not alone, and it can be done, and it can be done successfully. And, you know, you just need to be prepared and know what's coming, and so that you can make the right decisions and feel good about your decisions, most importantly. And, you know, so, I guess at the beginning I forgot to say like and subscribe. So please like and subscribe to our videos, and so you get notifications. And, you know, if you are looking for mentorship, if you're looking for fieldwork hours, we are taking students, and the links are in the bottom of the video. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope that everyone enjoys a beautiful, beautiful Mother's Day, and have a great day.